Alright, let's cut straight to the chase. Why on earth would a Yankees team desperate for playoff help start trading away major league talent? That's the question hanging over MLB's 2026 trade deadline after New York sent Camilo Doval to Pittsburgh. But here's the twist: this isn't just about one trade. The Yankees have a full roster of players who could, shockingly, end up on the block. And no, Ben Rice isn't going anywhere, so let's stop pretending that's even a conversation. Let's break down why these 6 names matter, what their trade value really says about the Yankees' chaotic strategy, and why this feels less like a deadline and more like a full-blown identity crisis. Ryan Weathers is the first name that jumps out. Here's a guy who's eaten innings for a team ravaged by pitching injuries, but his fastball gets crushed like it's batting practice. So why trade him? Because the Yankees have a farm system blooming with arms, and Weathers' ground ball rates might look sexy to a contender desperate for stability. But let's be real, any team trading for him is banking on his 2025 magic, not this season's 4.00 ERA. That's the gamble here, and honestly, it's a Hail Mary pass. Then there's Anthony Volpe. Trading your starting shortstop mid-playoff push sounds insane, until you remember the 2024 World Series run. Volpe was the hero then, but now he's a .240 hitter with a golden ticket to free agency in 2029. The math here is brutal: keep him and risk losing him for nothing, or trade him for a rental pitcher who might collapse by October. Personally, I think the Yankees hold on to him. Unless someone offers a top 10 prospect and a front-line starter, this is a thank you, next situation. Will Warren's name being tossed around just feels cruel. Dude's got a 5-pitch mix that looks like a circus act, but his whiff rates have plummeted. The Yankees drafted him to be a bulldog, but now he's a question mark. If a team thinks they can fix him, like every GM's favorite puzzle, the Yanks might pull the trigger. But here's the kicker: Warren won't hit free agency until 2031. So why trade now? Unless the return is obscene, this feels like a panic move. Let's talk Spencer Jones. The kid just launched a no-doubt bomb into Wrigley Field's wind, on a night when the Yankees choked yet again. His strikeout rates are horrific, but the tools are undeniable. The Yankees could plug him into center next year and watch him blossom, but Dominguez is still eating up at-bats like a black hole. If I'm running this team, I'm shopping Dominguez, not Jones. Dominguez was supposed to be Trout 2.0, but now he's a defensive liability, with a .661 OPS. The hype is dead, and his trade value has never been lower. Cut your losses. And then there's Jazz Chisholm. He called his own season sucked, which takes guts. But he's still got elite talent, especially with Judge and Stanton on the shelf. The problem? He's a free agent this winter. If the Yanks don't re-sign him, flipping him for a prospect makes sense. But would they really trust George Lombard Jr., a rookie, to step into a playoff race? That's the move of a team tanking, not contending. My gut says Chisholm stays. Unless the Yankees decide to fully embrace the chaos. What's wild here is the bigger picture: 6 AL teams within 3.5 games of a wild card. This isn't a seller's market, it's a free-for-all. The Yankees are dangling chips, but every contender is doing the same. What this really exposes is how thin the line is between buyer and seller in 2026. One bad week, and your playoff push becomes a fire sale. That Doval trade wasn't a statement, it was a tantrum, a feeler to see what the market bears. And if the price is right, buckle up. The Bombers might start tossing chips into the pot faster than you can say Aaron Boone's job security. So here's my closing thought: is this deadline chaos a sign of desperation, or genius? The Yankees are testing the value of every asset except their core. But in doing so, they are sending a message to their fans: 2026 isn't the year. It's about 2027, 2028, building around Judge's twilight, and praying the farm system delivers. But what if it doesn't? What if this quiet rebuild turns into a decade of mediocrity? That's the gamble. And as a fan, I'm not sure I'd bet on this hand. What do you think?